Hello everyone, I'm back and today doing some more COD Friday and I'm actually really loving the series but I do love a bit of COD. Anyway, obviously I'll start off as I do most COD Fridays now by crediting Redo609 for the gameplay. It's actually one of the best gameplays I've seen from him. It's actually quite interesting, so if you watch that, right, you can even mute me if you want, I'm not too fussed, but it's a really good gameplay so I advise you to watch that. But this COD Friday, I've got to say, on the 21st of May, so it was 3 days ago, it's Tuesday, there was the new COD Ghost reveal trailer. And it is absolutely... Oh, well, I watched it and I was loving it. Not as much as I did the GTA trailers, but it's a good trailer. It shows a little bit of what the new COD is going to be about. It just says that the new COD's going to be about a squad of soldiers which is dedicated to the old soldier in Modern Warfare called Ghost, and they all wear the Ghost masks. It also says in the trailer from the creators of Modern Warfare. So COD Ghost is probably not Modern Warfare. It's probably a whole new game where they're going in a totally different direction. I don't know how that'll pan out for multiplayer. I don't know what's happening yet, but because all we've got is the trailer. But it's a really good trailer, so I'll put the link in the description anyway for you to watch it. It's really good. Give it a watch. But this episode, I'm going to be talking about submachine guns, and what I've been doing in COD Friday recently is just explaining how I personally think that Call of Duty should go, end this generation of console and COD with a massive bang, and they should put all the best guns into COD Ghost, all the best guns from the old Modern Warfares, so Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. I've already done my debate on sniper rifles and quickscoping and assault rifles, so if you want to go back and watch them, feel free. I'll also put them in the description if you want. But today, as I said, I'm talking about submachine guns, and we'll get straight into it now. Straight into it. I've just wasted 2 minutes, but I'll get into it now. And first of all, we'll talk about my favourite gun on any COD out of all the CODs of online, the MP5. And I know a lot of people feel the same about that. The MP5's been in it since COD 4, and then it was in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. It might have been in one of the Black Ops as well. I think it was in one of the Black Ops, but I'm not entirely sure what one. Either way, the MP5 is an incredible gun. I can remember in Modern Warfare, in COD 4, everybody used to use this gun. It was the UMP of COD 4. I think actually it's one of the best guns I've ever used on a COD. And everyone just used to use it with silencer, and most people used to have it in Blue Tiger. I've probably summed up your favourite class there from COD 4. But there's a reason why, and it's because it's an incredible gun. And even in Modern Warfare 2, they had the MP5K. It was a lot smaller, had a lot less damage, but it was still a really quick, really good submachine gun. And on small, close-fire maps, it was absolutely incredible. I used it quite a lot. And then in Modern Warfare 3, now, as I've said before, Modern Warfare 3, they downgraded most of the guns, and I didn't really fancy most of the guns. But it was alright. It was a little bit bigger this time, and it was better at long range, but it was, I don't really know, it wasn't as good as it was in COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, but I hope they bring that back. They probably will bring it back if COD Ghost is in modern times, which it probably will be. They'll probably will bring it back. It's such an iconic submachine gun. I think it might have actually been in the trailer. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But if you do watch the trailer, look out for the MP5 because I might have saw it. But the MP5 will probably, I'd say if any submachine gun's most likely to come back, the MP5 is probably that. It's been in every Modern Warfare so far, so why not? But also, another gun, it was only in COD 4. It might have been in others, I can't remember if it was. At the AK-74U. Actually, I think it's in one of the Black Ops, but it was definitely in COD 4. And what an absolute tank of a gun! It's basically it's a submachine gun version of the AK-47, and all it is a little bit more small. It's a little bit smaller, but it's a lot more powerful at short range. And it was such a great gun. And I haven't played COD 4 in a long time, so I can't really remember if a lot of people used it or not, or they might do now, but it is such a great gun. I hope they bring it back. They probably won't. Who knows? We'll wait and see, because there will be a lot of information on the guns and everything coming out soon. Another gun, which has been in every single Modern Warfare, like the MP5 has, is the P90. Now, the P90, I can remember when I used to play COD 4 for the first time, I used to look at the gun and I think, no, I don't want to use that. And for some reason, I didn't want to use it because of what it looked like. It looks like such a weird, like a really weird gun, but it's an absolute tank of a gun. So good. I remember in Modern Warfare, I used it obviously as most people did, but in Modern Warfare 2, you used to have it akimbo, silencer, rapid fire. Or that might have been Modern Warfare 3. Either way, it was incredible. Not you couldn't really beat it at close range. Obviously, long range it was a bit poor, but I mean the P90 is a great gun. Such a great gun, as most of these submachine guns are. As I roll down the list, I'm going to be saying they're great guns because they are. You know, MP5, P90, but it's been in every Modern Warfare. It will probably be back. I hope it is back, and I'm sure a lot of you agree with that. But the next gun is the UMP45. Now, it splits debate because people say that it's overpowered, and in Modern Warfare 2, when it first hit the Modern Warfare series, it really was overpowered. It was like a 3-4 shot kill, even with silencer and at long range. And I remember you could, if you single fired it, used it as a semi-automatic gun, it was actually really good at long range and up there with assault rifles. So they downpowered it in Modern Warfare 3, but it was still really good in Modern Warfare 3, I thought. And yeah, they'll probably bring that back again. As I say, obviously this is not information. This is just my say on the guns that are coming back. But I think it will come back, especially if COD goes is modern times. So yeah, just hold out for that gun because obviously I really like that gun. Another gun is the Vector. Now, I've got a lot of time for the Vector. I don't have a lot of time for it in Black Ops 2, though. Black Ops 2 Vector is terrible. Modern Warfare 2 Vector, however, I remember I used it when no one else did. I used it about 2 months into the game. No one else touched that gun. No one else went near it. And I thought, you know what, I'll give this a go. I gave it a go. I used it with silencer. Absolutely tore up. Such a great gun. I don't know why no one used it. I'm not talking about that Black Ops 2 shit. That is terrible. I've used it and it's just crap. Modern Warfare 2 Vector was absolute class. I love that gun so much. That was my favourite gun in Modern Warfare 2. And I hope they bring it back because it's such an absolutely great gun. You know, that's becoming cliche in this video really because I've said about the MP5, the AK-74U, the P90. But the Vector, incredible. It's my favourite submachine gun from the Modern Warfare series, probably up there with the MP5. But now we're getting on to the Modern Warfare 3 guns. And you've got the PP90M1. Now the PP90M1, maybe. I say maybe because I did use it in Modern Warfare 3. It was so good, but everybody used it. And I don't think they'll bring it back. I don't think they'll risk bringing it back. It's a really good gun, and I do like it, but it was so overused, and again, if they do bring it back, they'll probably do what the UMP do, what they did with the UMP, sorry, and they'll probably downpower it. I wouldn't mind not seeing that back, but I wouldn't mind seeing it back, if that makes any sense. I'm not too fussed about that. But also the MP7, I remember when Modern Warfare 3 first came out, everybody used the MP7. It was the new UMP of Modern Warfare 3 for the first 4 months, and then people just sort of stopped using it, apart from a few people obviously, but it was such an overpowered gun, and that's what I hate about Modern Warfare 3 in a certain sense. There was guns that were overpowered and were overused, and there was only a few select of them, but then every other gun seemed like you had to shoot people like 6 or 7 times to kill them, and I was just like, well, this is pointless. But Modern Warfare 2 had the perfect philosophy for submachine guns, and they need to bring that back. You know, the Vector, the UMP, the P90, the AK-74U, the MP5 of old. I want them back. I don't want the Black Ops 2 versions of any of that bollocks. So that's my thought on that. But the Mini Uzi as well, I thought I could give it an honourable mention because the Mini Uzi has been around for years, and it's alright. I mean, it's a well-known gun, the Mini Uzi. It's quite well known, but in Modern Warfare, it's not exactly a gun that people run around and absolutely dominate with. I've seen people do well with it. I've seen people use it a lot. But there you go, that's not my cup of tea, but it deserves a mention. I wouldn't mind seeing it back. It probably will be back. I think it was in all the Modern Warfares as well. So, yeah, it will probably be back. But anyway, that's my thoughts on submachine guns. I'll just read off the list. We've got the MP5, the AK-74U, we've got the P90, the UMP, the Mini Uzi, the Vector, the PP90M1, and the MP7. So that's my thoughts on that anyway. I'm really excited for COD guys now. Any information about guns, I'm going to be bringing it to you on COD Friday. But thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.